All right, I'm gonna give you one of the best tips that you can possibly do for your swing. It's gonna help you to improve your power. It's gonna help you to improve your consistency. It's gonna help you to improve your timing, your tempo, the sequence of your swing. All these things are gonna happen with this one drill, and it comes down to this one key with weighting and unweighting your left heel. It's exactly what I'm gonna show you in this video. I can't wait to share it for you. I've seen some tremendous results with this over the past few weeks in my distance course, and I'm gonna share those with you here today. Let's go and get started. We've got a lot of great content coming out for you this year, tons of great videos. They're gonna work on all aspects of your game. If you don't wanna miss out, be sure to click that subscribe button. That's the only way you'll be notified when we come out with new videos. Also, click that thumbs up, that really helps us out a ton. Post your comments down below, I'd love to hear from you. All right, so what is the simple key that's gonna allow you to get all these great things? And it has to do with unweighting and weighting your left foot and how we do this in the golf swing. This improves your sequence a ton. Now, recently I did a distance course. It's a month-long distance course where I took a variety of players through there. The average swing speed, miles per hour gain, was about 12.7, or just a little over 30 yards on their best drive. So when we hit those nice solid drives, going about 30 yards farther. And I worked hand in hand with these players, looking at their swings, giving them recommendations. And this is one of the drills in there, a step drill. But I have a few different variations on this that you're probably not gonna find anywhere else, and I'm gonna give you, kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit on this for you. So this is where I saw huge benefits for a ton of players in there. I had a lot of drills that they worked through, and you can see those. This is a course that's coming up, so stay tuned on Top Speed Golf. You're gonna hear a lot about this year. But in this whole course, through all the drills I did, nothing helped to sequence the entire swing better than these step drills, which is what we're gonna go over. First, let me walk you through on how our weight should shift in the golf swing, or our pressure should shift in our feet, and how we can do this to create a lot of power. Now, with all long drivers, what you're gonna find is in the backswing, very, very early, almost immediately right away, what's gonna happen is there's a weight shift to the right. Now, I'm gonna exaggerate here so it's easy to see. It'll be a little bit more toned down when it's going in full speed, but I'm just really gonna exaggerate here. So if I'm really gonna be powerful, if I wanna crank this drive out there as far as possible and as solid as possible, I need to get that weight shifting to my right foot, almost feeling like this, like my weight's coming off my left foot into my right foot, very early, almost in the takeaway before the club has moved more than just a few feet. I'm fully shifted to the right once my left arm is about halfway back. Then I'm gonna shift to the left, drive into my left foot, and then once I'm left, then I can start the downswing to swing all the way on through. It's very much like a baseball pitcher. If I'm winding up to throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, let's say, or a Major League Baseball player is, they're gonna shift to the right foot first, then their weight goes to the left, they transfer the weight left, then they open up the body. What a lot of golfers do, what I find is, their weight goes left in the backswing, which would be the opposite of what we want to have happen. And then in the downswing, we fall away from it. We're trying to swing this way while we fall back that way. In reality, again, it's weight shift to the right, weight shift left, then swing through. The incorrect way would be weight shift left in the backswing, fall away and swing down at the same time, and now I'm really losing tons and tons of power. So this may seem a little bit confusing. You may be thinking, that's a lot of talking about weight shift and moving around. I want to make it super simple for you. One of the best drills out there to do this is my step drill. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with my feet together. As I take this step early in my backswing, now I have to weight my right foot. It forces you to get the weight into your right foot at the correct time. So as long as I take this step, as soon as I start my backswing, you can see I'm gonna be able to get that shift to the left. So let's try 4 or 5 out there, and you just watch me as I do this. Notice how early my foot starts to step forward. Notice how when I'm doing this, my weight gets to my left side, then I swing down. Right? Notice how I'm really pushing into the ground with that left leg, that left foot after I take my step. I don't want to just do this. I want to really feel like I load up, get a lot of bend there, and then I'm going to really push into the ground and step on through. So let me do, after I've done a few of those, now let's take a look at it again in the real swing. You're going to notice in this slow motion video and even my full swing speed video, the weight goes early to the right, shifts to the left, then I swing down. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again. Here's the normal swing. There we go, nice powerful fade right down the middle. And you can see from there, look how my left foot kind of unloads a little bit early in the backswing. I get my weight to my left, then I swing down. It's 3 individual steps there. Early to the right, early shift to the left, and then you swing down. So on that one, I was able to swing 115 miles an hour, almost 290 total distance. So not bad for a fade that I hit a little bit off the heel of the club. Pretty good there. So now let's do another drill that's going to help to ingrain this even better. Drill number 2, we're going to keep our feet, and when we're doing this step in the first drill, do about 5 or 6 of those. Don't have to hit a golf ball when you're doing this. When you step up to the golf ball now, you're going to feel the same pressure shift in your feet, the same movement in your feet. You're just not going to take the step. You feel the pressure, but you don't have to move the feet that way. So now let's make it a little bit more like a normal swing, where I'm going to start with my normal foot position, and all I'm going to do here, just like a little baseball step, as I go back, I'm going to let that toe come up, or let the heel come up. I'm going to let my heel lift off the ground, my toes on the ground. Then I'm going to plant my foot and then swing down. That's going to look like this. I'm going to do 4 or 5 for you. So as I start back, little lift, just like a baseball swing. If you want to go a little higher, that's completely fine. Again, the key is lift the foot early, drive down before you start your swing, then swing all the way on through. That makes you athletic, like a baseball player. Get that athleticism back in your swing. You don't have to feel like you're guiding it and steering the golf ball all the time. Go ahead and lift that foot up, really crank into it, swing hard at it. You're gonna get some speed from that. As you get more comfortable with that, you're actually able to swing and hit some golf shots while you're doing this. If you wanna get pretty advanced, you don't have to do this, but you can hit some decent golf balls swinging this way. Actually, some great ones doing it this way. There we go, so cut the corner on that one. That's gonna fly that bunker and be way up there in the middle of the fairway. And let's see what that one did on my flight scope. So the first one was 115. Now as I got a little better weight shift, I bet that was a little bit faster. Yep, 118.6. Like I said, cut the left corner there down the fairway, 294 carry and 313 total distance. So definitely really happy with that. Let me grab another golf ball here. Now the final drill that I want you to do is to make this completely like a normal swing. We're going to take this same idea, this same weight shift we've been doing the entire time, and we're going to tone it down to make a real golf swing out of this. One of the interesting stories for the last couple of years, Francesco Molinari. In 2015, he was driving the ball 280 yards or so. He was kind of struggling on the PGA Tour. This last year, he was one of the best players on the tour, multiple winner. And one thing you'll notice that he's done to take his driving distance from 281 all the way up to 300 yards. So he's added almost just about right at 20 yards of driving distance. You'll see that on every single swing that he makes now that I really like, he lifts his left heel a little bit and he plants that heel before he swings down and really takes a rip on through it. It's exactly what we're going to do here. You want to add 20 yards to your swing, do it just like the best pros in the world are doing. So here, what I want you to do, same weight shift idea in the backswing, just a little tiny heel lift. So if I go toward the camera here, the first swing was big step, driving the weight down and then shifting. The second swing was medium-sized step. Heel goes up, plants down, and then you're swinging down and through it. This last variation is going to be just a little heel lift, only an inch or two. And then from there, drive that heel into the ground, then make your downswing. Same weight shift on all 3 of these drills. We're just going from very extreme, so you're forced to get the sequence, to a little bit more realistic, like a golf swing. So here, let's try one more. A little bit of a heel lift, and let's see what I can do to get this one down long down the middle of the fairway. There we go, and really crank that one. That one was high and pretty far. So I'm not sure I'll be able to hit it as far as I did with my step, but we can see it's still pretty good. 118.8, didn't quite get that knuckleball that cut through the wind as good, but 297 total distance, pretty daggone good. I'm happy with that. Now, here's a couple ways that you can mess this up. You can do these drills, and if I swing really soft and easy, and I just take my step and I kind of swing and coast on through there, and I do my baseball step and I coast on through there, you're not going to get very much gains. Your sequence isn't going to get much better, your distance isn't going to get much better, you're not going to feel it much more athletic. When we do this, I want you to go all out at it. I want you to really swing at it. When you take that step, really feel like you're driving down and you're ripping open just like you're going to hit a home run in baseball. Do that exact same thing here. Really aggressive, like this. I want you to really take a rip at it as hard as you can go. Doesn't matter if you swing 70 miles an hour or 120 miles an hour, you want to be swinging at your all-out max effort. And when you do that, that first forces your neurological system to adapt, to get faster, and to synchronize itself. So follow those 3-step drills, swing as hard as you can, and I promise you, you're going to pick up some distance. Now the weight shift that we talked about is absolutely huge, but one thing that goes with that, and we're not going to be able to get nearly as much power if we don't do this piece, is making sure we fully load up. So I can have this weight shift, but be having a little short, compact, tight swing. I'm not going to hit it very far. I need to make sure that I do what I call a power turn. Really load up the shoulders. Lifting your left heel is going to make it even looser for you, easier for you to load up those shoulders. And as you're coming on through to a good full finish. That's what I call the power turn in the Top Speed Golf system, and it's one of the most important things you can pair up with this weight shift and this sequencing. I got an awesome preview of the video. Just click the card that pops up on your screen, the link down below in the description, and you'll get instant access to that video. You can pair up that power turn, which is really, really powerful, with this sequencing and step drills we did today, and you're gonna add some big time distance. Let's go and get started. The correct technique, we can all hit it with really good distance without a lot of muscular effort. And it all starts out, the very first thing you have to do is get a good powerful turn to load up the body. And it's not only in golf, but in all sports we have to rotate the body. At least 90 degrees with the shoulders as you swing to the top. Preferably, we can go even a little bit past 90 to really get loaded up. That's gonna allow us to have a lot of power. So we don't just have to look at golf for this. Let's actually look at other sports. They're rotating their body, then they're coming forward. So we have to get that load. We have to get this big shoulder turn to be able to create power in the golf swing. So in this series of videos, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. That's one of the first keys to getting power, and we're all gonna get at least a 90-degree turn, if not more than that. I think you'll be surprised at what you can do. So let's go ahead and get started with the next series of videos, and I'm gonna show you how to get this big, powerful turn. All right guys, so before we go, let's take a look at this in action with some of the top pros. Now here we're looking at Adam Scott, and you're gonna see as he rotates to the top, good full shoulder turn. This is pretty typical of what I see with the top pros, a little past 90. Those guys are working on their flexibility, so sometimes they can get to 100 or even 110 degrees.